This tutorial will explain what you need to know to write and restructure your manuscript with confidence in ChapterLab. If you've watched the tutorial on outlining, you've seen how you can start building up an outline under Brainstorming Research Notes by creating text blocks and then dragging them into the manuscript folder. Under the manuscript folder, text blocks receive section numbers, and the correct heading styles are applied based on each text block's level in the hierarchy. You can create new text blocks, and you can rearrange text blocks, and the section numbers will always be renumbered automatically. There are 6 heading levels, and if you go to the presentation folder, you can configure the typographical style for each heading level. You'll also notice that there is a style for suppressed headers. Let me explain how this works. When you export your document, ChapterLab simply goes through your manuscript folder from top to bottom. And for each text block, it usually writes the header for the text block, and then the body, and then it goes on to the next text block. Sometimes there are cases where you want the body of the text block to go into the exported document, but you just want it to follow the preceding content, and you don't want the header to be exported. Say you're writing a novel with very long chapters. You might find it more convenient to break up the text of the chapter into multiple text blocks, but you don't want the section numbers and headings for those text blocks. You only want the section number and heading for the first text block in that chapter. To suppress the heading and section number in a text block, you can simply change this control to read not a heading. Notice that the icon changes and it no longer has a section number. The text of the heading still remains in ChapterLab, but when you export your document, it won't appear. But again, the body of that text block will get exported. Let's talk more about typographical styles. We saw a moment ago that we could adjust the typographical styles for headings. In the body of your text, you can also use typographical styles. If you want to apply a style, simply select some text, and then select a style from the drop-down. Alternatively, you can select a style and then start typing. When you create a new project, ChapterLab will set up some suggested default styles for you. But you're encouraged to create your own styles, and you can remove the default ones if they're not relevant for your project. To create a new style, simply click here and say New Typographical Style. And now I can start using this style. When you're editing text blocks, you also have most of the conveniences that you expect from other word processors. For example, we can create dot and numbered bullets, and we can adjust the indentation levels.